If you are waiting until you have enough confidence to start something, you will be waiting for the rest of your life. The entire internet is lying to you. Millions of videos, thousands of podcasts, and endless shelves of self-help books are all preaching the exact same toxic, paralyzing philosophy. They tell you to believe in yourself. They tell you that you just need to find your inner confidence to succeed. Or, worst of all, they tell you to fake it till you make it. It sounds incredibly inspiring, doesn't it? It makes you feel good for about 5 minutes. But the hard, brutal truth is that confidence is massively overrated. In fact, forcing yourself to feel confident is the exact reason you are exhausted, the reason you are constantly procrastinating, and ultimately, the reason you are staying exactly where you are. You absolutely do not need confidence to be successful. In fact, if you study the greatest minds, the highest achievers, and the people who actually move the world forward, you will find that they almost always take action while drowning in a sea of doubt. Let's step back and look at the reality of what confidence actually is. At its core, confidence is nothing more than an emotion. It is a feeling. And what do we know about feelings? They are fleeting. They are completely unreliable. They constantly change based on variables you cannot control. Today, you might feel on top of the world because you had a great cup of coffee, the sun is shining, and someone complimented your shirt. You feel confident. Tomorrow, you might completely fall apart and question your entire existence just because of a passing, negative comment from a coworker, a bad night of sleep, or a slight delay in your schedule. Basing your career, your ambitions, and your entire future on something as fragile and unpredictable as an emotion is like building a massive, towering castle on a foundation of loose sand. The moment the wind blows, the moment a real storm hits, the entire structure collapses. There is a psychological phenomenon that perfectly illustrates the danger of prioritizing confidence. It is called the Dunning-Kruger Effect. It points out a brutal, almost comical reality of human nature. The most incompetent people in any given room are usually the most confident. Think about it. We have all seen it. The guy who has never run a successful business giving loud, aggressive financial advice. The person who just learned 3 chords on a guitar, acting like they are ready to headline a stadium tour. Because they know so little, they don't even know what they don't know. Their extreme overconfidence blinds them to their own mistakes. It gives them an illusion of power. They are shielded by their own ignorance. Meanwhile, the true experts, the people who have spent decades mastering their craft, are usually the quietest ones in the room. They are the ones second-guessing themselves, because they know exactly how complex the world is and how much they still have to learn. And then there is the most destructive piece of advice ever pushed by modern culture. Fake it till you make it. This mantra will destroy you from the inside out. When you try to act confident while your actual skills are at absolute zero, you are playing a very dangerous game. You are actively building a massive gap between who you pretend to be and who you actually are. And in that gap, a monster is born. That monster is called imposter syndrome. When you fake it, you spend every waking moment terrified that someone is going to pull the curtain back and expose you for the fraud you feel you are. The fear of being found out will eat you alive. It spikes your cortisol, keeps you in a constant, exhausting state of defensiveness, and creates extreme anxiety. You cannot innovate, you cannot create, and you cannot lead when your brain is spending 90% of its energy just trying to maintain a fake persona. So, if confidence is a trap, if faking it is a poison, what is the alternative? What is the secret weapon of those who actually lead and win in the real world? The answer is something you have been taught to avoid your entire life. It is doubt. It is fear. It is time we radically normalize fear. Society has conditioned you to believe that anxiety is a sign of weakness, a red flag telling you to stop and turn around. But that is completely backwards. Anxiety is not a stop sign, it is a compass. It is a blaring alarm telling you that you are doing something that actually matters. It means you are stepping outside of your comfort zone, which is the only place where growth occurs. If you are not scared, your goals are simply too small. Let's look at how doubt actually functions. Doubt forces preparation. Do you honestly think elite athletes, top-tier CEOs, and master performers are 100% confident all the time? Absolutely not. They are often the most anxious people on the planet. They always have a healthy dose of paranoia. They fear failure. They fear their competitors are working harder than them. They fear that what worked yesterday will not work tomorrow. And it is exactly that profound lack of confidence that forces them to wake up at 4 in the morning. It is the doubt that forces them to hit the gym when their body is screaming in pain, to bury themselves in data, to rehearse a presentation 100 times until their voice is hoarse. Confident people wing it. Confident people go to sleep assuming everything will be fine. Doubting people relentlessly, obsessively train. Imagine you are going into surgery. Do you want the surgeon who walks into the operating room brimming with absolute, unquestioning confidence, thinking the procedure is a breeze and ignoring the charts? Or do you want the surgeon who is slightly paranoid, who double and triple checks every monitor, who runs through every possible worst-case scenario in their head before making the first incision? You want the one with doubt, because doubt leads to extreme preparation, and preparation leads to flawless execution. It is time to break the outdated, useless loop that self-help gurus have sold you. Stop trying to change your mindset by standing in front of a mirror, staring into your own eyes, and chanting empty slogans like, "I am a champion," or "I am worthy." Your brain is a highly intelligent, evolutionary survival machine. You cannot trick it with a few cheap, positive affirmations. Your brain demands proof. It demands evidence. Ironclad, undeniable proof that you can actually do the thing you claim you can do. What you truly need is not confidence. It is competence. Competence is an undeniable fact. It is gravity. It exists whether you feel good about it or not. When you have repeated a specific skill 10,000 times, when you have practiced under pressure, when you have failed, corrected, and iterated so much that the action becomes embedded in your muscle memory, you don't need an ounce of confidence to execute it. You just do it. You operate like a machine. Think about the very first time you ever sat behind the steering wheel of a car. You were probably terrified. Your heart was pounding. Your palms were sweating. You were hyper-aware of every mirror, every pedal, every car around you. You had zero confidence, but you did it anyway. You acted in spite of the fear. And then you did it the next day, and the next week, and the next month. Years later, you drive to work while drinking coffee, listening to a podcast, and planning your day, barely even registering the act of driving. Did you suddenly unlock a magical vault of driving confidence? No, you simply built competence. The action became automatic. This is the real loop of success, and it is not glamorous. You take action in the presence of overwhelming fear. It will be messy. It will be uncomfortable. You will probably fail the first few times, but eventually, you achieve a small result. That tiny, microscopic result acts as a brick. It builds competence. You lay down enough bricks, and you build a wall. You build enough walls, and you have a fortress of skill. And confidence? Confidence is just a byproduct. It is the exhaust fumes of competence. It is a bonus prize that only shows up at the very end of the road, long after the real work has been done. It is never the prerequisite for action. It is the ultimate reward for it. Building competence is incredibly boring. It is repetitive. It requires you to sit in a dark room and edit the video, write the code, make the sales calls, or practice the pitch when no one is watching and no one is cheering for you. That is exactly why the masses prefer the illusion of confidence. Confidence can be faked in a weekend seminar. Competence takes years of quiet, invisible suffering. But only one of them will actually move the needle in your life. We have been conditioned to believe that emotion must precede action. We think, I need to feel motivated before I go to the gym, or I need to feel inspired before I write, or I need to feel confident before I launch this business. This is the ultimate trap. Action must precede emotion. You do not wait for the feeling, you force the action, and the feeling will eventually catch up. So, it is time to drop the immense, crushing pressure to be confident. It is a useless burden. Release yourself from the expectation that you need to feel brave. Embrace the trembling hands. Embrace the tightness in your chest. Acknowledge the pit in your stomach. They are your companions on the road to mastery. The next time you are about to step onto a stage, the next time you are hovering your mouse over the publish button for a project you poured your soul into, the next time you are about to make a decision that could alter the trajectory of your life, the voice in your head is going to scream at you. It is going to say, "You are not ready. You are not smart enough. You are not confident enough to do this." When that happens, I don't want you to fight the voice. I don't want you to repeat an affirmation. I want you to simply smile at it, acknowledge it, and answer, I know I am terrified. I know I am not fully ready. And I am going to do it anyway. Take action even when you are deeply unqualified. Execute even when you are not ready. Achieve massive success even while your hands are visibly trembling. That is what true power looks like. Confidence is nothing more than a trap designed to keep you waiting on the sidelines of your own life. Discipline, relentless preparation, and cold, hard competence are the only ways out. Stop feeling, start doing,